Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nama Jnana-timirandasya Jnana-anjana-salakaya Chakkhuru-nimilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Soyam Rupa-kadāmayam Dadāti Sapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta-pa-vadhaṁ Shri Gurun Vaisnavanam Cha Tirupam Sagrajatam Saganasiraitam Shri Visakhamitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Vrindavanasari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatirvasya Kripa Sindhuveva Cha Patitanam Pavanabhya Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasatra Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gauravaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare So Hare Krishna. So as you know that the upcoming auspicious, august and adorable appearance of Lord Nṛsiṁhadeva is near approaching. So we should adjust our consciousness or tune our consciousness for this, because to celebrate a festival or observe a festival is not a sentiment, is not a one-day affair. Actually, one should have a consciousness, the tuned consciousness. Whole idea of celebrating the festival to remembering Krishna, remembering the Lord, to remembering his pastimes, to reflect on the pastime, to hear and glorify his pastime, so that we can invoke immense auspiciousness and blessings that will help us to advance in our Krishna consciousness, advance in our journey towards spiritual perfection, towards go back to Godhead. That is whole idea of the celebration, to remember the Lord. Because the whole idea of the incarnation, appearance of the Lord, the cause, the core and cardinal, the predominant, the principal cause of Lord advent, Lord incarnations, to arouse Krishna consciousness. Because in the conditioning stage, we have forgotten the Lord. So therefore, Lord descends, Lord appears in this material world to arouse our Krishna consciousness. So whole idea of this celebration, to remember the Lord, his pastime, to hear and chant, glorify. It's not a simply, go and just an official participation, official celebration or observance of the festival. No. Whole idea is to arouse our Krishna consciousness. That is stated in this beautiful verses, that these verses is say that whole idea of the incarnations, the Supreme Personality of Godhead acts through his material energy in the creation, maintenance, annihilation of cosmic manifestation, just to deliver the living entity by his compassion, stop the living entity birth, death, duration, and of materialistic life. Thus, he enables the living entity to return home back to Godhead. So, whole idea is to revive our Krishna consciousness, reclaim this conditioned soul. There's so many places it is stated that whole idea of the Lord incarnation, he comes, is to revive this Krishna consciousness. So therefore, this celebration is not a sentiment. In these beautiful verses, it is stated that the Lord of the universe maintain all planet inhabited by demigod, men, lower animal, assuming the role of incarnation. he performed pastime to reclaim those in mode of pure goodness. Whole idea to reclaim the conditioned soul. Therefore, he takes so many incarnations. Ramadi Murti Kalaniyam Nana Avataram Akaroda Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Soyam Samabhavat Paramapumanna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, he is so many incarnations he comes. Advaitam, Achutam, Anantarupam. Only one purpose is to reclaim the conditioned soul. That is whole idea. So therefore, this celebration is not a sentiment, is not a official. It's a opportunity to engage in the service of the Lord, opportunity to remember the Lord, hear about him, glorify. The remembrance of the Lord is very, very, how benefit it is. There is a beautiful verses in Bhagavatam, 12th Canto. It is say that if anybody remember the Lord, avasmititam charanarabindam khinoti abhadrani tab santonati satyasya suddhim paramatma bhaktim jnanam cha vijnanam viraga juktam. This is a wonderful verses. They say that remembrance of Lord Krishna's lotus feet destroys everything inauspicious, award greatest good fortune. It purifies the heart and bestows devotion for the Supreme Soul, along with knowledge, enrich with self-realization, enrich with realization and renunciation. So that is whole idea. If we remember, all auspiciousness will come, and it destroys all our inauspicity, all our impurities from the heart, all the infection from the heart. So that is whole idea of this incarnation, to remember the Lord, and also hearing and chanting his glories. That is the idea of celebration also. So just like we are now chanting and hearing, in this beautiful verses it is stated that all the sins are destroyed, all good fortune is created by the Supreme Lord, qualities, activities, appearance, and words that describe the three things: animate, beautify, purify the world. On the other end, words bereft of his glories are like a decoration on a corpse. So it's very, very important point. 5 things are given here. So when you whole idea of this appearance, celebration of the appearance day, is to remember or glorify or hear his qualities, Lord's name, qualities, activities, appearance. And if we describe it, glorify it or hear it, what it will come? Animate. Animate means bring to life. Beautify. It will beautify and purify the world. If you do not do that, it is just like a decoration of the corpse, decoration of the dead body. What is the use of useless? If we do not describe the glories of the Lord and hear the glories of the Lord, it is useless. Decoration of the dead body. Supposing in a dead body we have put so many diamond, everything, nobody cares. It's useless actually. Precisely it is said that how important hearing, how important glorifying the activities of the Lord. Therefore, whole idea of Nṛsiṁha Chaturdashi is an opportunity to glorify, remember, and hear his glories. Yatha Jathatma, this is a beautiful verse. It is said that when a diseased eye is treated with medicine ointment, it gradually recovers its power to see. Similarly, the conscious living entity cleanses himself of material contamination by hearing and chanting the pious narration of my glories. He regains his ability to see me, absolute truth, in my subtle and spiritual form. It's a beautiful, wonderful verse. This is a very, very beautiful verse. Krishna himself spoke to Uddhava that just like a diseased eye cannot see that, but when it gets cured, he can see. Similarly, we are all diseased conscious, diseased soul. Anybody who has taken birth in this material existence, they are diseased soul. So if one is hearing and chanting, which is the medicine, Bhava Sutta Manovirāmat. So this hearing and chanting my glory is about me, that is the medicine. And he will regain his consciousness and can see me directly face to face. So that is the idea of celebration of Nṛsiṁha Chaturdashi, is hearing about him, his pastime, his activities, wonderful activities, and his and chanting his glories, chanting his appearance. Chanting means describing or glorifying, speaking about him. All these things is so benefit, tremendous benefit. That is whole purpose of the celebration, and remembering him. So on this notes, we will try to remember, try to hear, try to glorify his activities, which has been recorded in Canto 7, of Srimad Bhagavatam, Prahlāda Nrsiṁhadeva. So usually what happened, so there are two kind of peoples are there always. It is stated that Dau Bhutta, what is that? Dau Bhutta Sargo Lokesmin, Daiva Eka Ara Asura, Vishnu Bhakta Bhaved Daiva, Tad Asura Tad Viparjaya. So there are two kind of people in there. One is demons, one is devotees. So devotees are described in these beautiful verses. Three 391. It is from the Purana. It is stated this beautiful word. Do bhutta sargo lokesmin daiva asura evacha Vishnu bhakta smita daiva asura tat viparjaya. There are two classes of men in the created world. One consists of demoniac, other is godly. The devotee of the Lord Vishnu are godly, whereas those who are just opposite are called demons. So here why I am telling you, because this particular subject matter, Srimad Bhagavatam has got 10 subject matter. In these verses it is said that 10 subject matter is there. One of the subject is called Utaya. Utaya means creative impetus, or Utaya also can be said as inclination. So somebody has got the different inclination, somebody has got different inclination. So we are now talking about the two character in this Prahlāda Nrsiṁha-lila, two character. One is a character of Hiraṇyakaśipu, who is demon, who defied the authority of the Lord. He has got different inclination. And on the other hand, the Prahlāda Mahārāja, who is a pure devotee of the Lord, he has got different inclination. Just like a hog has got different inclination. He gets happy by taking abominable things like stools, fresh stools. But on the other hand, the devotees has got different inclinations. They like to take prasadam, hot halwa, not the hot dogs. So there are different two kind of inclination is there. That is also meaning of Utaya. So today the seventh canto is presented to teach us that two kind of inclination. What is the repercussion and ramification of two kind of inclination? If somebody wants to become a demon, and what is the repercussion and ramification? And if somebody is devotee, what is the repercussion and ramification? Here also it is presenting how Supreme Lord, although he is impartial, but he is attentive to the devotee. He protects devotee, as he already declared in Bhagavad Gita, Name bhaktya pranasati. Bhakti jane kaunteya name bhaktya pranasati. Today we will talk about this kind of things. This subject matter of two kind of people are there. So the Hiraṇyakaśipu is the demons, very celebrated demon. He has got empowered by the Brahma. What happened when he was his brother? Actually they were originally the gatekeeper of Vishnu in Vaikuntha. They are called name as Jaya and Vijaya. Two gatekeeper was there. They were circumstantially caused by four sages, four Kumara, the son of Brahma, who were prevented to see the Supreme Lord. So they were gatekeeper. They stopped him, sir, you cannot go. So they caused him, because Vaikuntha there is no question of enviousness. Because in Vaikuntha nobody can go to Vaikuntha without pure heart. So everybody is a pure platform. There is no question of envious, no question of stopping somebody, just like we are stopping immigration. Oh, you cannot go. It's a doggish mentality. Oh, this dog come to that dog, that area, that means bhav, bhav, bhav. Oh, you cannot come. But in Vaikuntha, everybody is pure hearted. Vasudeva Tattva platform. So there is no question of all prevention. Somehow the Jaya Vijaya prevented him to see the Supreme Lord, Vishnu. So as a result, they were cursed because this kind of hoggish mentality, demoniac mentality. So they were been caused to take birth on this earth, material world, three births as the demons. So they took birth in Satya Yuga, Hiraṇyakaśipu, in Tretya Yuga, Kumbhakarna and Ravan, and in Dwapara Yuga, Sisupal and Nantavarka. So Hiranyaka was killed by the Vishnu because he took the earth and submerged in Garbhodakasaya Vishnu. All the Brahma and all the demigod prayed. Brahma particularly prayed because he wanted to create, he wanted to populate the world, but he could not populate because earth was missing actually. It was taken by this his brother Hiranyakashipu brother Hiranyaka. So as a result, Vishnu took the form of boar and he killed Kesavadita Sukara Rupa. The boar form, he killed the Hiranyaka. So Hiraṇyakaśipu, after getting the news that my brother is killed, he was very angry. He made an enemy. No, Vishnu is my enemy. The demigods are my enemy. I want to kill Vishnu, automatically demigods will be killed. That was his determination. But to kill Vishnu, he wanted to be empowered. Demons want to power. Therefore, he went to Mandrachal and he did a very severe austerity, penance, very severe austerity to appease, to pacify Brahmaji. So Brahmaji finally was appeased. He came and he gave this benediction. And he actually, Hiraṇyakasipu asked for an immortal benediction. Brahma said that I am not immortal. Brahma bhuvanala loka punaravartinardana. How can I give you? That is not possible for me. What any other things you can ask? So he asked the benediction which is almost like immortal, because the demons are very clever, very smart. They know how to manipulate things. So he asked such a benediction which is more or less tantamount to be immortality. So there is beautiful verses are there which mention the benediction given by the Brahma. So benediction, he asked how clever he is. See, we can see here this verse. Seventh Canto, 3 chapter, 35 to 38 verses. So we can see here how the Hiraṇyakasipu is so clever. The demons are very, very manipulative. O my Lord, O best of givers of benediction, if you will kindly grant me the benediction I desire, please let me not meet the death from any living entity created by you. That was, see, any living entity. Brahma is the creator, first progenitor, first living entity. He is asking that anybody created by you, I should not be killed. The next benediction he asking that that grant me that I not die within any residence or outside any residence, during the daytime, at night, nor on the ground or in the sky. Grant me that my death not be brought about by any being created by someone other than you, or nor by any weapon, nor by any human being or animal. So in so many ways, he's covering. He's so clever. Okay, you cannot give me immortality. I will ask different way. It is almost like a immortal. Grant me that I not meet death from any entity living or non-living. Grant me further that I not be killed by any demigod, demons, or by any great snake from the lower planet. Since no one can kill you in the battlefield, you have no competitor. Therefore, grant me the benediction that I too may have no rival. Give me sole lordship over all living being entity, presiding deity. Give me all glories obtained by that position. Furthermore, give me all the mystic power attained by long austerity practice of yoga, for those cannot be lost any moment. So how he is asking that I cannot be die by any demigods anywhere, up, down, inside, outside. Grant me that I not meet death from any entity living or non-living. Grant me further that I not be killed by any demigod, demon, or by any great snake from the lower planet. In this way, he is covering everything. He covered everything. Everything is covered by him. is just like tantamount to be immortal. So in this way, he was empowered. He was empowered. He was torturing, tormenting. No, he was showing his actual, actual nature of a demons. Those who are defying the authority, all kind of impious activities. Those who are impious, they will be rewarded. Those who are pious, they are condemned to death. In this way, oppressing, tormenting, torturing all the saintly person. That time, demigod pray to the Brahma. Pray to the Brahma and pray to the Supreme Lord Personality of Godhead that please appear, please save us. So Krishna's appearance is also Indrani Bakulam Lokam Murdanti Juge Juge. Etatam Sakalapu. So Krishna always appears whenever the saintly person, because demigods are godly. Whenever there is a danger or where there is a oppression, where there is a persecution of the saintly person, he comes down to protect. Paritranaya sadhuna vinasaya dushkitam dharma sansthapanartha. So he told, I will come, I will appear, definitely to kill this person, kill this Hiraṇyakaśipu. In this way, he has got benediction. So how the demons' qualities are like this? They are very, very mischievous. But on the other hand, he has got this boy, a son called Prahlāda, who is just opposite character. Uttaya means opposite inclination, extremely opposite. They are both different. One is defying the God, another is the pure devotee of the God. The character of Prahlāda Mahārāja is described very nicely in these beautiful verses by Narada Muni. Narada Muni says are the transcendental qualities of the Prahlāda Mahārāja. So Prahlāda Mahārāja, his son, although he is coming from the demon family, his father is a demon, he is a pure devotee. Therefore, it is stated that there is devotees which from any what you say lineage, family lineage, one can be devotee. Ahituki apratiyata. There is no, there is no kind of material consideration because of my father is a devotee, I become devotee. No. A devotee can be from even a demon family. Daitya means that demon. Diti. They are the children of Diti, they are called Daitya, or they are the demons who defy the Lord. But Prahlāda, although belongs to family lineage of Daitya, he is a pure devotee. So there is no such discrimination. There is no such rules that a devotee can only be born from a devotee family. No, any other family. In these beautiful verses, it is said that Brahmanya, the qualities of Prahlāda Mahārāja. So Prahlāda Mahārāja quality will little bit of here. Brahmanya Sila Sampanna. Brahmana Sila Sampanna means he is a well-cultured Brahmana. Satya Sanda Jitendriya. He is always striving for the absolute truth. Jitendriya, his control the sense. Atmavat Sarvabhutanam, he is always well-wisher. Sarvabhutanam, very kind to all living entity. Eka Priya Sweet Atma, he is the well-wisher of everybody. Dasabat Sanat Tarya Angrihi. So we will see this beautiful characteristics. The quality of Maharaj Prahlāda, the son of Hiraṇyakaśipu, described here. He was completely cultured as qualified Brahmana, having very good character, being determined to understand the absolute truth. He had full control of his sense and mind, like the super soul. He was kind to every living entity, he was the best friend of everyone. To a respectable person, he acted exactly like a menial servant. Dasabat, menial servant. To the poor, he was like a father. To his equal, he was attached like a sympathetic brother. And he considered his teachers, spiritual master, older God brother, to be as good as Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was completely free from unnatural pride that might have arisen from his good education, riches, beauty, aristocratic, and so on. These are the wonderful transcendental qualities of the 10 quality has been mentioned here. Wonderful quality. So you can see the difference. His father is completely wayward and his son is completely different inclination. So there is always a fight. So there is a fight between devotee and demon. Even the fight can be happen in a family, father and son. Prahlāda Mahārāja only mistake was that he was Krishna consciousness. He was God consciousness. And his father, who is a demon, who consider the Vishnu is my enemy, the demigods are my enemy, he does not like that my son is Krishna consciousness. Even to the point of killing him. That is this demoniac mentality. Prabhupada liked this particular things because particular canto he has extensively preached, spoken about, because this is very much contemporary to the material world. Material world, 99% are like Hiraṇyakaśipu. They defy the authority of the God. God is dead. There is no need of God. Where is God? If there is the existence of the God, you show me God. This challenging, they're challenging the devotees. And everybody like Hiraṇyakaśipu. Hiranya means gold, Kashipu means bed. Bed is meant for sex life woman. Gold, money, sense gratification. Money and woman. He is the perfect materialistic champion of the money and woman who is mad after money and woman. So therefore the modern world, 99.99% are like small Hiraṇyakaśipu who are after the money and woman. Nothing else. So Prabhupada liked this message of Prahlāda Nrsimha is very, very contemporary, very, very relevant, tremendously relevant to this modern world. Therefore, he spoke extensively. Even Sukadeva Goswami has invested 10 chapters compared to Rasalila, only 5 chapters. Very, very learning things. So much things we can learn from this chapter. So what happened then? So the father Hiraṇyakaśipu sent his son to Gurukul to learn about the best teacher, Sandha and Amarka. This the teacher of the son of two son of Sukracharya. Sukracharya is the spiritual guru of all the daityas, all the demons. So the special university, just like somebody go to Harvard University, Oxford University. So Prahlāda was sent to a special university to learn all kind of demoniac things, politics, sociology, administration, all the things. And so Prahlāda Mahārāja was going there. But Prahlāda Mahārāja was not interested, because when Hiraṇyakaśipu went to do austerity to please Brahma to get benediction, that time his wife name called Kayadu was pregnant. Prahlāda Mahārāja in the womb of the Kayadu. So demigods, taking the advantages of the absence of Hiraṇyakaśipu, they want to kill the Kayadu or kill the womb. Then Narada Muni prevented, don't do that. This person who is in the womb of the wife of Hiraṇyakaśipu is a Mahabhagavat, pure devotee, a Mahajana. So why we are now discussing about the Prahlāda Nrsimha? What is the important? Because Prahlāda Mahārāja is a Mahajana. Mahajanas means they are Mahabhagavat, pure devotee. So our whole process of advancement to follow the path advocated by Mahajana. Just like a student, if want to come out flying colors in the examination, he has to follow a very celebrated professor and learn from him. Similarly, our process of learning the bhakti is to learn from a professor, transcendental professor. They are called transcendental professor, Mahajana Janagata Sapanta. It is stated that you cannot understand the spiritual knowledge simply by argument. Tarka Pratishta. You argue, any other body also argue. You may be a good argument, somebody will come argument. You cannot come to conclusion. There's a beautiful verses. We'll go back to there and come back here. So here it is said that Tarka Pratishta Sutta Vivinna. By argument you cannot come into the conclusion. Sutta Vivinna means by reading so many Veda, Vedanta, you buy the books, bring to your home, make the library, you can see the behind the library. So all this library you come and read at home, you cannot know. Very difficult to know. Nasau Rusi Jasya Matam Navinnam. Rusi means philosopher, thinker, Muni, Rishi. So the philosopher differs, just like Aristotle. He is differing from another Pluto. So all the philosopher differs from another. A philosopher cannot be called philosopher if he does not differ his opinion to other philosophers. Aristotle, so many nonsense thing he talks. Pluto or any other, we do not, accept all the things, many things. So differ. So by Rusi, supposing you follow one philosopher, you cannot be. Other philosopher will come, they will differ you. There is a dissension, different of opinion. So whom we should go? Dharmasya tattam nitam guhyam. The dharma, the Bhagavad dharma. Dharma means Bhagavad dharma. The Bhagavad dharma, the principle of religion, principle of understanding the God and religion. It is there in the heart of Mahajana. Mahajana Jana Gata Sapanta. These are the Mahajana. There are 12 Mahajana. And one of the Mahajana is Prahlāda. Therefore, we are teaching. So, how Prahlāda become Mahajana? Because when he was in the womb's mother, demigods wanted to kill him. But when they were informed by Narada, don't kill, this is the Mahabhagavat. Then Narada Muni gave the shelter to his mother and the Prahlāda Mahārāja who is in the womb. And during this pregnancy, Narada Muni taught his mother about the Bhagavad Dharma. Mother being woman, he could not understand properly. But the son, Prahlāda, who is in the womb, he can assimilate the knowledge. He can assimilate the knowledge. He became Mahabhagavad. He can understand what is truth. When he was sent to this materialistic university to learn about all the mundane thing, politics, sociology, so he was not interested. And one time he came to his father. His father was curiously asked, Prahlāda, he was inquiring, Prahlāda, what did you learn? And Prahlāda Mahārāja is very nicely speaking. These are the very, very important verses, important things, philosophies to be understood. Prahlāda say that, very nice. He is asking 754, he is asking very nice question, inquiring. What he inquired, that my dear king, once upon a time, the king of the demons, Hiraṇyakaśipu, took his son Prahlāda on his lap. Very affectionately inquired, my dear son, please let me know what you think is the best of all subjects you have studied from your teachers. He is asking that I sent you a Gurukul. What did you learn? What is the best thing you learned? He answered very nicely. Sri Prahlāda Uvaca, Tas sadhumanya asurya varradehinam. Oh, the best thing I learned. Sadhu means honest, the best. Tas sadhumanya asurya varradehinam. Oh, great of the demon. He never called his father as a father. He told best of the demon. Varya means best, first class. Oh, the first class demon, the best demon. Sada samudigna diya sadagrahat. Oh, those who are accepting this material body, diham means proprietor of the body. Those who are accepting all this material body, they are always anxiety. Sada samudigna. It is a fact. Everybody is anxiety in this material world. You ask about the President Trump, he is anxiety. You ask the small ant, also anxiety. Mr. Modi, the Prime Minister of India, is more anxiety nowadays because India is at war. So everybody anxiety. A poor man in anxiety. A Prime Minister is anxiety. So hold this material, anybody who has accepted this material body, they are in sada samudigna, full of anxiety. That is the symptoms of material existence. Hitvatma patam grihamandakupam. Hitvatma, oh, they have killed their soul. Hitva atma. Patam grihamandakupam. So they have fallen into the dark well. Sometimes in India you can see the wall cannot be seen. It was like a grass, dark. Nobody knows that there is a wall. And somebody will falling down. It's like a dark well. Nobody knows. Even after you cry, nobody will here to rescue you. So therefore, the condition of these people who has accepted the material body, very, very miserable, precarious. O best of the Asura, the king of demons, as far as I have learned from my spiritual master, any person who has accepted a temporary body, temporary household life, certainly embarrassed by anxiety, because having fallen dark well, where there is no water but only suffering. One should give up this position, go to the forest. More clearly, one should go to Vrindavan, where only Krishna consciousness is prevalent. To thus take shelter of the Supreme Personality of God. So he is giving a very nice picture. The best thing I learned. What you learn, best thing? Not that cricket, Bollywood, or science. No. The best thing you learn means anybody who is thinking this temporary household life, who is accepting this temporary body, temporary household life, they are always embarrassed by anxiety. That is a fact. And they have fallen into the dark well, which is full of suffering. There is a very, very slim chance of rescue. Only solution is to take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. To go to a place, Vrindavan, or holy place where there is an association of devotee, where there is a hearing and chanting of glories of the Lord is going on. In that place, one should take shelter of the, that means one should go to a devotee association, temple or dham, and take shelter of the Supreme Lord. That is the only solution to rescue from this precarious situation. That is the best thing I learned. Hiraṇyakaśipu was very, very, what is this nonsense? What are you speaking all these things? Somebody might have, brainwashed you. Demigod may come because demigods are my enemy. They flee. They flee out of fear. They flee here and there, hidingly they are coming and teaching you all the things. So then he summoned his teacher. Hey, go back and teach him about all this mundane thing, politics, sociology. Yeah. So in this way, he sent him to again Gurukul. After some times, again he came back. They're saying that. And again he asked same inquiry. What did you learn? It is stated very nice. Narada Muni continued, my dear King Yudhishthir. Actually, this story is inside a story. Narada Muni is explaining the Yudhishthir Maharaj about the story of Prahlāda and Nṛsiṁha. My dear King Yudhishthir, Hiraṇyakaśipu seated Prahlāda Mahārāja on his lap and began smelling his head with affectionate tear gliding down from his eyes, moistening the child's smiled face. He spoke to his son. Because there is a... So he is speaking to his son. Again he inquiring. Hiraṇyakaśipu said, my dear Prahlāda, my dear son, O long-lived one, for so much time you have heard many things from your teacher. Now please repeat to me whatever you think is the best of that knowledge. That time also he asked what is the best of knowledge. Now also he is asking best of knowledge. So what is the answer? Prahlāda Mahārāja giving a very, very befitting answer, very important for everyone. Why it is not coming? 7/5/23/24. Prahlāda Uvaca. Sarvanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam Iti Punsarpita Vishnu Bhakti Chena Navalakshana Kriyeta Bhagavati Ada Tan Manya Adhitam Uttamam. So Prahlāda Mahārāja answered, oh yes, father, I know. Prahlāda Mahārāja said, hearing, chanting about the transcendental holy name, form, quality, paraphernalia, pastime of the Lord, Vishnu, remembering them, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, offering Lord respectful worship with 16 type of paraphernalia, offering prayers to Lord, become his servant, considering Lord one's best friend, surrendering everything unto him. In other words, serving with body, mind, and word. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional service. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through these 9 methods should be understood to the most learned person, for he has acquired complete knowledge. So this is called Navada Bhakti. This is called real dharma. Real dharma means executing devotional service. Real dharma means Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityada maam ekam surrender. Maam ekam saranam vajam. Saranam, surrendering unto me in devotional service. There are 9 kind of devotional service. 9 kind of devotional service begins with hearing about the Lord, chanting about, glorifying the Lord, remembering the Lord, smaranam, padasevanam, service in the lotus feet of the Lord, archanam, with 16 sorasopachara archanam, puja, worshipping the Lord, bandhanam, prayer, sakhyam, friendship, dasyam, servitorship, service like Hanuman, sakhyam like friendship with Arjuna, like Atmanivedan like Bali Maharaj, everything, body, mind, spirit, everything should surrender. In this way, there are 9 process of bhakti, 9 kind of bhakti. Anybody who does that, he is called the learned person. He has got complete knowledge. By hearing this, Hiraṇyakaśipu was very angry. He called these 2 teachers, what you learn, what you teaching this thing? What happened? You are teaching, glorifying that particularly he used the word that Sarvanam Kirtanam Vishnu. He never used any demigods or any Hiraṇyakaśipu. Sarvanam Kirtanam Hiraṇyakaśipu, his father's name. He told Vishnu. Vishnu is the enemy of Hiraṇyakaśipu. Therefore, we should understand that Sarvanam Kirtanam means only Vishnu, not any devata. Anybody else. Devotional service, bhajan, bhajati, bhaj dhatu, coming. It is only meant for Krishna and Vishnu, not for anybody. Not for Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, no. What to speak out others? Nobody. Only for Vishnu. It is saying that if anybody thinking that I can chant other name, that is okay. No. In this beautiful verses, Estu Narayanam Devam Brahma Rudrati Daivata Samatteinama Vikhyata Pasandi Bhavet Durbam Sapasandi Sapasandi Bhavet Durbam. This verse is saying that a person who considered demigod like Brahma, Shiva to be on equal level with Narayana is to be considered an offender at Pasandi. So we cannot chant Sravanam Kirtanam Lord Shiva, Sarvanam Kirtanam Brahma. Even the demigods also cannot. Let just like Ganesh, Durga, no. Kamiste ter hitagyana jajanti anya devata. Krishna say, Bhagavad Gita, those who are foolish, kamist ter hitagyana, 730 Bhagavad Gita. Kamiste ter hitagyana jajanti anya devata. Sorry, 720. Kame sthirita jnana prapadyante anna devata, jajanti anna devata, prapadyante anna devata. So those whose minds are distracted by material desire surrender into demigod, follow a particular rules of worship according to their own. Kutta jnana, we say that kutta jnana means those who are no knowledge. The knowledge has been distorted. Fools, they will worship demigods. But Prahlāda Mahārāja specifically say that those who are worshipping Lord Vishnu, specifically Sarvanam Kirtanam Vishnu, they are called complete knowledge. They are really learned person. They are doing correctly. Krishna also say Bhagavad Gita, those who are Anya Devata, those who are worshipping Anya Devata, jajanti ādi-puruṣasya. This is not proper way. Proper way is, this is the proper way. The Mahajana Prahlāda Mahārāja teaching to everyone that learned person means who will engage in this 9 kind of devotional service to specially, exclusively Vishnu or Krishna, not to anybody, not Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma. So Hiraṇyakaśipu was very angry. Why Vishnu, my enemy? So immediately he called, why you are teaching like this? No, we did not teach. We did not teach him. He is learning from by birth, he has got this knowledge. Somehow we do not know where did he get the knowledge, but by birth I think he is a natural inclination for Vishnu. Natural inclination for the bhakti. Dharman Bhagavat Dharma. So Hiraṇyakaśipu is very get angry. He asks, Prahlāda, where did you learn all the things? Why I cannot learn? Why you are learning? So he is asking very nicely. He is asking that, where did you learn? So he asked very angry. Hiraṇyakaśipu said, you rascal, most fallen of our family, you have not received this education from your teacher. Where have you gotten it? How much he is angry, see? The equation between father and mother can be very bitter. Very can be bitter. See how the demons, they cannot take anybody who is Krishna consciousness. Even they can ready to kill their son for their ego. They define the authority. Now I am the God. Who is God? So everybody is like a demons in this material world. They are against this Hare Krishna. What is this Hare Krishna? Wasting time, parasite on the earth. They were always defying, defiling, decrying the devotee of the Lord. They are like Hiraṇyakaśipu demon. So Prahlāda Mahārāja is asking, replying very nice. Prahlāda Mahārāja say, where did you learn? When his father was, he was asked by his father, where did you learn? Where did you get this education? He answered very nicely. Mati na Krishna parata swata va mitho vipadyate grihavatânam adhanta andanta gobir visatam tamisnam punna charvitam charvanana. He telling, my dear Matinna Krishna Paratu Swadapa. Oh, my dear father, the great demons, the best of the demons, you cannot know. You cannot get learned. You cannot be learned. Matinna Krishna, the Krishna consciousness, the love for God consciousness cannot be aroused. Why? If somebody is determined, very determined, I want to be happy in this material world. Grihavartanam. Grihavartanam means Griha, there are two words. One is Grihavasta or Grihamedi, another word is called Grihastha. So Grihastha means Grihastha ashram. We have called 4 Varna, 4 ashram. Spiritual division, spiritual ashram, and social ashram. Social division. Spiritual ashram called Brahmachari ashram. This is a Grihastha ashram, Vanaprastha and Sannyas. Grihastha ashram means one will be lived. One will live with wife, children in the house, but same times he will be cultivating Krishna consciousness. Ashrama means something connection to the God. It is called ashram. Something cultivation of Krishna consciousness. They are called Grihastha ashram. But Griha Vartana, Varta means bhav. The person who vow to be materially happy with women and money, so much want to enjoy the material world, happy in the material world. They are called Gruha Medhi or Gruha Vatana. So here Prahlāda Mahārāja is telling, anybody who is very determined, no, I want to be happy in this material world. Although this material world is a miserable world, Dukkhalayam Asashvatam, place of misery, still he is determined, I want to be happy. For those person who so much determined, Matinna Krishna, their inclination for all devotional service to Vishnu or Krishna will not arise. Neither by instruction of other, nor in the assembly, in the meeting. Mitho means meeting. It will not. The Krishna consciousness will not arouse because so determined. You may have a very good spiritual master, still you cannot advance, supposing you are so much determined. No, I want my economic condition, economic development. You are so much into this economic development, so much attached to family. You are determined that I want to enjoy this material world. Then even after you have a spiritual master, even after you hear from others, devotee, you cannot advance. Therefore he is saying, you cannot do that because my father, you are so much attached, so much, you are like a Griha. You want to be materially happy. You are determined to be materially happy. You cannot become Krishna consciousness. That is not possible. Andhanta govi visatam tamisram, because of uncontrolled. Andhanta means uncontrolled. Go means sense. Andhanta govi, uncontrolled sense. Because of your uncontrolled sense, you are so determined to enjoy the senses. Enjoy the senses with money and omen. Without money, you cannot get omen. So the money and omen is main factor for your sense gratification. So much uncontrolled sense, you cannot understand Krishna consciousness. You cannot cultivate. And what is your result? Visantam tamisram. Visantam means entering. Tamisram means repeated birth and death. Hell. You are going to the different spaces of life, rotting in this tamisram, the darkness of repeated birth and death. Punna charvitam charvananam. Doing the same thing, which is already, you are chewing the same thing already chewed. Same life. Ahara, nidra, bhayam, eating, sleeping, mating, depending. So many life we are doing the same thing. Eating, sleeping, mating, depending. Different way. Same thing. It's like a sugarcane juice. Already the juice has been taken. If you try to chew it, it won't be tasty. Like chewing the same chewing, all the things. Prahlāda Mahārāja replied, because of their uncontrolled sense, persons who are addicted to materialistic life make progress toward a hellish condition, repeatedly chew that which has already been chewed. Their inclination toward Krishna are never aroused, either by instruction of other, by their own effort, or by combination of both. By your own effort you cannot, by instruction of other you cannot, also combination of both also cannot. In a meeting also you cannot. With association also one cannot. Because it's determined. Due to uncontrolled sense, is determined to enjoy the material one. So a very nice statement he is given. So we should understand that if anybody has determined to a material world, his progression of life, progression of advancement of spiritual life is defeated. Purpose of life is defeated. Therefore, he said, continue na nate viddu swartha gatimi durasaya bairathamanina. Andha jathandari upami puṇyaṁ tepi satantra urudhamni baddha. So he said that people who are strongly entrapped by consciousness of enjoying material life, who have therefore accepted as a leader or a guru, similar blind men attached to the external sense object cannot understand the goal of life is return home back to Godhead. Engage in the service of the Lord Vishnu. As a blind man guided by another blind man means the right path, materially attached men led by another materially attached man who are bound by ropes of fruitive labor, which are made of very strong cord, they continue again and again materialistic life, suffering threefold of material. So he is saying those people are so much determined to enjoy this material life, they are entrapped, their consciousness of enjoying material life is there. So therefore they are entrapped actually in this material life. And they have accepted the guru also, a leader, the same type of people. Just like a blind man leads another blind man, they will both will go to ditch. So they are also accept a guru who is also so much into uncontrolled sense life. Grihavartana, simply enjoy the material life. So in this way, both are so much entrapped in this material conditioning. They do not know that Nate viddu sartha gatimi Vishnu, our purpose of life, the goal of life to go back to Godhead. Not to entrap in this material existence, undergoing obnoxious repeated birth and death, repeated birth and death. They do not know. They are thinking, I am the kartaham iti manyate, ahankara vimudatma. They are vimuda. They have no idea. They are thinking, I am independent, I am the controller. Just like Hiraṇyakaśipu is thinking, I am the controller, I don't care, I want to enjoy this. Actually, it is stated in Bhagavatam, this Hiraṇyakaśipu, he conquered the heavenly planet. He took the residence of Indra and he was staying there. And there was a called Nandana garden, beautiful garden. He was always drunk, smell coming from his mouth. Liquor smell. Of course, they have different kind of liquor. Smell is always drunk. His eyes are rolling like this. Always with drunk with women. That was is there in Bhagavatam. So people do not know that. This all kind of material life enjoyment is very flickering. It's flickering. Hiraṇyakaśipu was thinking like that. But Nṛsiṁhadeva came within no minute. He just tear it apart. He killed him like a crushing a wasp. Some wasp is there or some ant is there. We are crushing. So easy. So Hiraṇyakaśipu came and just like that killed him. All of a sudden, all his opulences, all his so-called proud ego, everything is crushed. That is the materialistic people. They do not know that. They are simply entrapped by material nature. They are thinking, I am independent, I am controller. And how to release from this? Those people cannot get aroused Krishna. Therefore, Manushyanam sources to 99% are not like Hiraṇyakaśipu in a small degree. Only few percent Manushyanam sources to Kaschid Yatati Siddhaya Tatāṁ api Siddhana. Very few people are Narayana Parasarva, devotee of the Lord. Very, very few. And how to get out from this condition? Only way to get out from the condition, Naisammati tavaturu karmangrim svasastya nata upagama yadartha mahiyasam vadaroja abhisekam niskanchanam nam brinita javat. Very nice. All these verses are like a goosebump. These are the life and soul of devotees. Unless they smear upon their body the dust of the lotus feet of a Vaishnava, completely free from material contamination, person very much inclined towards materialistic life cannot be attached to the lotus feet of the Lord, who is glorified for his uncommon activities. Only by becoming Krishna consciousness, taking shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord, in this way one can become free from the contamination. So how we can get the free from the material infection, this kind of mentality of enjoying this material life, and repercussion and ramification is very bad. Very bad. Continuous cycle of birth and death, continuous cycle of birth and death. Obnoxious material existence. So how to relieve? The relief is you have to take shelter of a devotee. What kind of devotee? That kind of devotee who is also free from all contamination. Then when you get in association with that devotee, then you can understand the Krishna consciousness. Then you can awakening the Krishna consciousness. Ei bhave brahmanda brahmito kono bhagyavana jiva Guru Krishna krupa pava bhakti lata. Then you can awakening Krishna consciousness. You have to associate with the devotees. Sadhu sanga sarva shastra kahe lava matra sadhu sanga sarva siddhe. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say that lava matra, very little association with sadhu will give you all perfection of life, will get us out from this such a precarious, obnoxious condition of life. So that is the statement of Prahlāda Mahārāja, not to his father, but to everyone. Everyone. Because this is the goal of life. Nate viddu shata gatim. No, people do not know out of ignorance. Out of ignorance or out of uncontrolled sense. Andhanta govir visantam tamisram unna charvitam charvanam. Uncontrolled sense. They cannot, they know, but they cannot, because senses is so, they want to surrender to senses. They want to enjoy the senses. Gruhavartana. The Krishna consciousness is a movement, is a purificatory process. The Krishna consciousness is a purify all the contamination, material contamination of enjoying. So in this way, Prahlāda Mahārāja is teaching to his father. After that, Prahlāda Mahārāja was again sent to Gurukul, and this time with a lot of CCTV. That means alert. He was, Hiraṇyakaśipu specifically, categorically told to the two teachers, make sure that nobody comes to teach Prahlāda. He should teach only about all these mundane things, social, political things. You should not learn anything Bhagavad Dharma, anything related to Vishnu. Bhagavat means related to Bhagavan, Vishnu, Krishna to Swayam Bhagavan. So much admonishment, so much CCTV surveillance everywhere. But Prahlāda Mahārāja, when there is a recess in the school, recess time the teacher will go away. That time everybody plays children, 5-year children, That time Prahlāda Mahārāja took the advantages and he preaches Krishna consciousness. That is the devotees. Devotee means always want to glorify the Supreme Lord. Always. Their nature is always glorified. That is the beautiful verses it is stated here. A devotee means is always want to glorify. Paramahansa devotee who have accepted the essence of life are attached to Krishna in the core of their heart. He is the aim of their lives. It is the very nature to talk only the Krishna at every moment, as if such topics were newer and newer. They are attached to such topics just as a materialistic are attached to topics of women and sex. Just like a materialistic, their subject matter is women and sex. Similarly, the subject matter of devotee, particularly Paramahansa devotee, only Krishna Katha. That's all. Hari Katha. So therefore, when there is a recession and children, their schoolmates, all these son of demons, they will say, Prahlāda, come, let's play. Prahlāda, no, don't play. Then, what to do? He told, very nice. Komare acharata pragyam dharman bhagavataya dullava manusya janma arthadam adurbam. So the beautiful verses he teaching to his peers. Very nice. This teaching of Prahlāda Mahārāja, Canto 7, 6 and 7. Very nice. Komare acharat pragyan dharman bhagavataya. Komare, when to start spirituality? At the tender age of 5. Because why? Because after the dullava manusya janma, manusya janma is very, very rare, unique opportunity. Dullava manusya janma. Because any other species of life, you don't have a privilege to revive your Krishna consciousness. Revive your goal of life, to understand and to reach the goal of life, to attain the goal of life. No other species, only prerogative privilege is human species of life. And dullabha, very rare, because after undergoing through evolutionary process of 8.4 million species of life, jala jana valakhana sthavara lakhya vinsati. In this way, you come to the stage of manusyam, chatullakhani manusyam. 400,000 of manusyam, 4 lakhs, 5% only. So therefore, it is very, very rare dullabha. After so many millions of birth, you can get the human birth. And this human birth, tadopi adurbam arthadam, although it can be lost because it has got inherent adversity. It can be lost. We are not immortal. Any form is not immortal. Human form also, the great advantages, but still it can be lost any moment. But it has got a value. What value? Before it lose, tunnam jatitanapaded anuvurta jama. Before the body, the human form is lost or die, one should learn Bhagavad Dharma. One should make his life perfect. The value, arthadam means, artha means value. It is very valuable because it can be used for the purpose, for attaining the purpose of life, goal of life. Although it is temporary, still you can attain the purpose of, you can attain the goal of life by only this human birth. Therefore, Kaumare Acharata Pragyan Dharman Bhagavataya. Bhagavad Dharma means reviving our Krishna consciousness. Who am I? Who is God? What is my relationship? What is my duty? What is the aim of life? In the next verse, he is telling, what is the aim of life? To go back to Krishna. The animal cannot understand this Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam. You cannot teach them what is Nṛsiṁhadeva. It is meant for the human being. So human species of life is very rare and it can be used to attain the goal of life. Therefore, one should start spirituality very tender as. Do not waste your time playing all the things. No, human form of life affords one a chance to return home back to Godhead. Therefore, every living entity, especially in the human form of life, must engage in devotional service, lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. Because this is only species of life one affords to go back to God. By the process of devotional service, what Prahlāda Mahārāja taught before, Sarvanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedana, Iti Punsarpita Vishnu, Bhakti Chena Navalakhyana, Kriyate Bhagavati Ada, Uttamam, Idam Uttamam. So, therefore, one should not waste time. One should engage in the devotional service of the Lord. Very nice teaching. I have already given last class about this teaching. So again he told that Sukham Indrikya Daita Deha Jogena Dehinam Sarvatra Labhyate Daiva Data Dukkam Atyanti. If happiness derived from sense gratification is already common to everyone, a fly is very busy in sex life, more busy 24 hours a day, more than us. A hawks and dogs are very busy. They are also enjoying. You enjoy in a bed or they are enjoying anywhere and everywhere. What is the difference? Business is same. There is a prostitute called Lakshya Hira. He was charging 1 million diamonds per night. He is a first class prostitute in the town. There was a couple. A husband is leprosy. He was suffering, but a faithful wife is serving him. But still husband is morose. Wife asked to husband, why did you so morose? No, I want to enjoy that Lakhera, that girl. Then this wife is so faithful, he told, we don't have so much money, I will go and request. She approached to that prostitute, and she told about all the things, my husband want to enjoy you, but we don't have money. I want to solve him with the leprosy. So okay, this prostitute told, on this date you come. When they came, when she served him the food in the two plate. One is gold plate, one is iron plate. Then that leprosy took the plate, both plate. Then he has an inquiry. He was doubtful. He was telling, why you are serving the same thing in two plate? Then the prostitute said that, did you see any difference while eating? Is the taste is different? And no, taste is same. But why did you serve two plate? Then prostitute told him very nice teaching. Why did you come to me? The same enjoyment. The enjoyment what you get from your wife and what you are going to get from me, same. The same thing. Plate is different, but food is same. Dog also enjoying. Hog also enjoying. We are also enjoying. Deha Jogena Deina means particularly sex life. Sarvatra Labhyate Dabhyat. Everywhere it is there. Common to everyone. Yatha Dukkam, just like unhappiness is common to everyone, happiness also common to everyone. So do not waste your time for all this sense gratification. My dear friends, born of demoniac family, the happiness perceived with reference to sense object, like contact with body, can be obtained in any form of life, according to one's past fruitive activity. Such happiness is automatically obtained without endeavor, just as obtained distress. According to our activities, the karma in previous life, daiva karmena naitra, daiva netrena, karmena daiva netrena, jantu upaya. So according to our karma, we get this body, and according to our body, already our quota of happiness and distress is already there. A dog body happiness is different, hog body is different, human body is, already quota is there. Everybody will got, it's common to everyone. So why you are wasting time? Don't waste time. Particularly he told, don't waste time in this family life, in this all sense gratification. So then he told about very nice things about how the life of 100 years is wasted. He told that every human being has a duration of 100 lives. 50% is gone by sleeping, cannot control the sense of the sleep. So 50% already caught. Another 10% is childhood, another 10 is boyhood, and 20% is invalid, old age, we cannot do anything. So 90% is lost simply, just like that. Only 10% is there. That 10% also, due to uncontrolled sense, they are engaged in grihavartanam, engaged in family affair, family life, and they forgot is the goal of life is Krishna consciousness. So very difficult. And as a result, that causes the bondage. So Prahlāda Mahārāja telling, do not waste your time unnecessary, all these things. Particularly the family life is so bonding, he told very nicely. Family life is so bonding that one cannot get out from the family life. Wife, children, all these things so much highly bonding. So the only way to get out is to satisfy the Lord. Bhaktyatu-tasya bhagavana. To satisfy the Lord by our devotional service. Because if Lord is satisfied, then everything is fine. That is our perfection. So he told like that, only way how to satisfy. You should endeavor your activities to satisfy the Lord. That means you should engage in devotional service. Because Lord says that only bhaktyatu-tasya bhagavana. Krishna is satisfied only by bhakti. Therefore, we should engage in bhakti. Do not waste your time. Do not waste your time. In this way, he was teaching to the peers. Then he taught a very nice thing that how the goal of life. I am going a little faster because time is not there. So many things are there. 10th canto. So here this beautiful verses is there where the ultimate goal of life, etavan evolokosmi punsa swartha param smita ekantana bhaktir govinda yes sarvatra tadikhyana. So in the material world, to render service to the lotus feet of Govinda is the cause of all causes. To see him everywhere is the only goal of life. This much alone is the ultimate goal of human life, as explained by all the scriptures. So bhakti is the ultimate goal of life. There is nothing other than bhakti. Otherwise, all these material contaminations is very temporary. Very, very temporary. Everybody is after happiness, but happiness is very temporary. He told in the 7th chapter, very nice, 37 verses onwards, was very nicely speaking. He told that the goal of life is to, the real problem of life is repetition of birth and death, which is like a wheel rolling repeatedly up and down. This wheel, however, is completely stopped when one is taught with Supreme Personality of Godhead. In other words, by transcendental bliss realized by constant engage in devotional service, one is completely liberated from material existence. All learned men know it. Therefore, my dear friends, O son of Pasura, immediately begin meditating upon worshipping Super Soul within everyone's heart. So he told that this is our problem in repeated birth and death. However sophisticated environment we create, we want to become a happy, gorgeous arrangement we create to become happy by our economic development, by war, by scientific advancement, by sending the drones, to enemy country, we cannot be happy. Happy means Bhagavad Dharma. That is real happiness. Therefore, in subsequent things, in subsequent verses and all, he told, no, this is a concussion. So-called happiness is a concussion. Everything, because everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. One reaches beautiful wife, female friend, son, daughter, residence, everything is very temporary. Are certainly temporary and flickering. Since the opportunity of human life is temporary, what benefit can this material opulence give to a sensible man who has understood himself to be eternal? He told everything is very temporary. All your opulence is just flickering. After some time, it has got expiry date. It will go because your body is temporary. In the time of death, you have to lose everything. You cannot take one sense. Therefore, he said that since the body itself ultimately meant to become stool or earth, what is the meaning of paraphernalia related to the body, such as wives, resident, wealth, children, relatives, servant, friend, treasure, animals, minister? They are also temporary. What more can be said about this? No. You should not. Temporary means temporary. That's all. It has no permanent eternity. Therefore, one should not strive for happiness and so-called material happiness. In this material world, every materialistic desire to be active happiness diminishes distress. Therefore, he acts accordingly. Actually, however, one is happy as long as one does not endeavor for happiness. As soon as one begins activity of happiness, for happiness is condition of distress begins. As soon as you start want to be happy, then you create some material activities, and that material activity is binding you, make you distress position, because you have to again take birth, you have to again undergo the repeated birth and death. Therefore, Prahlāda Mahārāja say, if you want to become materially happy, that means it's the beginning of your distress. More and more you will be entangled in the complexity of material existence, and the repercussion is dukkha, distress begin. So in this way, he is teaching that only process ekantina Govinda charana, only to engage in the devotional service of Govinda, that is only goal of life, ultimate goal of life, nothing else. So then Hiraṇyakaśipu, in this way, he was teaching all his peers, all his schoolmates. All the schoolmates become Krishna consciousness. That is the power of speaking. Just like Prabhupada. He went to America. They are all like Hiraṇyakaśipu, small Hiraṇyakaśipu, full of hippies. Name is changed from Hiraṇyakaśipu to hippies, but they are actually Hiraṇyakaśipu, small Hiraṇyakaśipu. Therefore, their name is shortened to hippies, not Hiraṇyakaśipu. But Prabhupada made them all devotees. Similarly, the Prahlāda Mahārāja, by teaching all this transcendental teaching about the Supreme Lord, he made them all devotees, Krishna consciousness. Then the teacher came to know, immediately address his father. He is doing like this, making all these schoolmates become Krishna consciousness. Father was very angry. He wanted to kill Prahlāda. Prahlāda, what is this nonsense? I will kill you. You are disruptor of the family. So he tried to kill so many ways. But Prahlāda Mahārāja rescued, was protected by the Lord. And Lord promised, my devotee will never perish. Finally, he wanted to kill himself by administering poison. And he took poison, nothing happened. So he was very angry. And he was asking, where did you get this strength? Who is protecting you? The Supreme Lord, who is protecting you? He is protecting me. Who is giving you strength? He is giving my strength. He was completely angry. He was very much flabbergasted and he was very exasperated. Hiraṇyakaśipu. He told, where is your Lord? He is everywhere, all pervading. That time Prahlāda Mahārāja can see the Lord. That is the difference. The demons sometimes challenge that, where is God? Where is the existence of the God? I cannot see. Actually, they do not know. Lord say in Bhagavad Gita, Naham sarvasya prakasa jogo maya samarvita. Na vijananti ma. These, the fools and rascals, they do not know me. They are faithless. They cannot see me. I am covered. Maya javanikachna. So Hiraṇyakaśipu could not see. But he noticed that Prahlāda is looking at a column, is a pillar. Because Prahlāda can see. Premanjana churita bhakti vilocanena santa sadeva hudesa vilakandi yam sam sundaram achinta guna sarupam govindam ādi-puruṣasya vadhaṁ. A devotee can see the Lord everywhere, anywhere. Stavara jangama dekhe na dekhe taramurti. Ye pasyanti sarvata sarvameva pasyanti. He sees me everywhere, everywhere in me. Everything in me. So the pure devotee sees everything. And he directly can see the Lord. So Prahlāda Mahārāja knows that this column, pillar, Hiraṇyakaśipu already manifested. To encourage Prahlāda, I am there. I am there. Don't fear Prahlāda. Prahlāda did not fear. I don't fear my Lord. You see, Hiraṇyakaśipu, when he raised the eyebrow, the demigod fears. But Prahlāda never mind. Why he did not fear? Because he knows my Lord will protect me. That is the difference between a devotee and others. Materialistic fear of death, devotee never fear of death. Just like Prabhupada given an example. Every animal says fear the lion, the king of animals, king of forest. But cow never fear the lion father, lion mother. A fish, just like a sea water, everybody fear, it will wash away you. But a fish never fear because they have taken shelter. The cob is taken shelter of the lion, fish is taken shelter of the sea, so they do not fear. Therefore, a devotee who takes shelter of the Supreme Lord never fears. He never fears. Yes, my Lord. Yes, my Father. My Lord is everywhere, and he is there in the pillar. He can see the pillar. So Hiraṇyakaśipu was very, very angry. He got his gada, he got his weapon and smashed this pillar. From the pillar coming out the Lord with tumultuous sound, to prove that statement of my devotee is always correct. I am all pervading. Also, I am protector of the devotee. Satyam vidatum nija bhutya vasitam vyaptim cha bhutesu akhilechu cha atmana. Ardishchatya ati adbhuta rupam vimudhan udvahan stambha savayam na murgam na manusam. So these beautiful verses. Will end with these verses. Tomorrow we'll continue with prayers. After that, there is the prayers of the Lord. So here very nice. Satyam vidatum nijavurtya vasitam. Satyam means truth. Vidatum means to prove. Prove the statement of his servant or devotee Prahlāda. Nijavurtya vasitam, he manifests. Nijavurtya vasi. Vurtya means servant or devotee. Vasitam means word. So here it is said that translation, to prove the statement of his servant Prahlāda Mahārāja was substantial. In other words, to prove that Supreme Lord is present everywhere, even within the pillar of an assembly hall. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, exhibited a wonderful form never before seen. The form was neither that of a man nor that of a lion, though the Lord appeared in his wonderful form in the assembly hall. To prove the statement, my devotee has said, yes, Lord is all-pervading. Actually, Lord is all-pervading. Vishnu means another name of Vishnu or Vasudeva, means is all-pervading. Krishna is all-pervading. Am sarvasya prabhava mata sarvam prabhatate iti matta bhajante ma buddha bhava samambita. So, Prahlāda Mahārāja already told, yes, Lord is everywhere. To prove his statement, I am there. So from the pillar, he came out. After he coming out, he killed the Hiraṇyakaśipu within a minute. Despite being covered by all kind of benediction from Brahma, Hiraṇyakaśipu comes in a way that he is neither a man nor the lion. He comes and with the weapon, Tabakara Kamala Bare Nakha Adbhuta Sringa Dalita Hiraṇyakaśipu Tanu Bringam Kesha Vadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisa. He comes and ripped apart with the nails, big nails. Big nails is not a weapon. Actually, he asked a benediction, I won't be killed by any weapon. So Lord comes with the nails. And he appears in such a way, such a circumstances, such a form, which is not only, comply the benediction of Brahma without deviating the Brahma benediction. He comes in such a form to prove that I am more intelligent, I am more smarter than you demons. And moreover, to prove, most importantly, to prove the statement of his devotee substantial truth, and to protect his devotee, he comes and immediately ripped apart his chest, take out the intestine, put as a garland. You rascal demons, you never welcome me. When Supreme Lord comes, everybody welcome with garland. But you rascal, you never defy my authority. You never welcome me with garland. I am taking your intestine, made it my garland. You get lost. That was the Lord. Such an angry mood, fearful mood. He came to protect his devotees. Paritranaya sadhuna vinasaya duskitam dharma sanstapanartha sambhavami yuge. That is the Lord compassion. Out of his causeless compassion, causeless love for devotees, he comes down, he appears in different form to protect his devotee. In this way, Lord appeared and saved. So we will stop here. We will be continuing. After he comes, that he's such a fearful. He was after killing also Hiraṇyakaśipu, his anger is not subsiding. This is the only anger form. Out of all incarnation, most anger incarnation, full of anger, is this Narahari form, Nṛsiṁhadeva form. Very, very full of anger. Gajantam, gajayantam, nijabuja patalam, sutayantam, hatantam, rupantam, tapantam. Divivivitiyam, khepantam, kipantam, kannantam, rasayantam. This is satāṁ, samrantam, hrantam, vikhantam, punna, vikhantam. He's such a very fearful form comes. Even a Lakshmi, his wife, Brahma, Shiva, they do not dare to come to nearby. So Brahma asked, they are fearful. And by the way he was sounding Nṛsiṁhadeva, so much tumultuous, everybody think that this is a pralaya. Everybody fear, all demigods, even Lakshmi Devi, everybody fear. Lakshmi Devi say, I never saw my husband in such a fearful form. So they asked Prahlāda Mahārāja, you go and pacify the Lord. So Prahlāda Mahārāja went. Prahlāda Mahārāja, no fear. No fear, because he is taking shelter of the Supreme Lord. He went to the Nṛsiṁhadeva. Then he started beautiful prayers. Beautiful prayers, which we will be continuing tomorrow. The glories of Nṛsiṁhadeva and prayers of Prahlāda Mahārāja tomorrow. Beautiful prayer. He is telling, Naham vivemi, I am not fear of all these things. No. Either I am fear of Maya more than this one. So I am not fear. So very nice, instructive prayers by Nṛsiṁhadeva. So we will continue tomorrow. So we will end here. Thank you very much. Jai Nṛsiṁhadeva Bhagavan ki jai. Granthārāja Bhagavatam, Śrīmad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jai Guru Premanand.